Hello guys, I hope everybody is doing good. We are now going to start out with the orientation for the CAIA March 2026 attempt, and we are primarily going to focus on the CAIA level 1. Okay, how should you plan? What all things are going to happen to the upcoming batch? And please let me tell you, our batch is going to start from 11th of October. So if you're planning to go for CAIA and wish to get guidance, get proper question banks, get proper video lectures and the live sessions also, then this orientation is the beginning point for you or the starting point for you. Okay, so the orientation for the CAIA exam. Okay, now let us go to the agenda, what all things we are going to be discussing. I'll give you the brief, a complete guidance on what exactly is included in the CAIA when we talk about CAIA as a course or CAIA as a course. Okay, why you should go for this alternative investment pathway. Okay, how can you become certified into this area? What is the fee? What is the deferral policy? How exactly the exam structure will work? I'll cover everything. Okay, what are the historical past percentages that we have seen, and how we are going to help you to prepare, and what should be your target if you're going to be joining us. Okay, and then I will also be talking about something on the career opportunities which are there for CAIA. Okay, so first, introduction to CAIA, now which is Certified Alternative Investment Analyst Program. Okay, this is offered by CAIA Association in USA, and it has around two levels, CAIA level 1 and level 2. Now, if you look at the market, there are a lot of certifications which are available, but this certification exclusively focuses on the alternative investment areas like hedge fund, private equity, real estate, commodity, family offices. Okay, so it gives you very detailed understanding about this alternative investment area. Now in India also, the alternative investments are increasing. There are a lot of new funds, alternative investment funds are coming up, private credit funds are coming up, hedge funds operation is getting up. So a lot of GCC, global capability centers, are opening up in India, especially in Bombay, Hyderabad and Bangalore, where you'll find a lot of these back office activities of hedge fund private equity is being done. So if you want to make a career into that, CAIA certification will really help you. Okay, now what does it actually cover? So it's a 2-level exam. Okay, it actually covers the basics of portfolio management, basics of risk management. Okay, further it also gives you the entire basic idea of, in level 1, what exactly is private equity, how does it work, what is the basic structure, what is the investment. Same goes for hedge fund. So these two, private equity and hedge fund, are explained in detail. So when you go and do level 1, at least you have the basic understanding of what is happening in the industry. Okay, so this certification is widely recognized in the industry. Okay, it is a globally recognized certification. So once you complete this certification, it gives you a very good idea into how the investment actually work into these spaces. Because if you look at any other certification, they have already covered the equity side, they've already covered the bond side, fixed income side, but very few certifications in the world are actually talking about hedge funds, private equity, real estate in that much detail. Okay, so to help you to understand how the investment works, what is the compliances related aspect, okay, and how to do the analysis, so it gives you the overview also. This certification is the symbol of expertise and global standard, so do not miss that opportunity. If you complete CAIA both the levels, and you complete the requirement and become the CAIA charter holder, my dear friends, this certification can open up a lot of new opportunities for you. Okay, so with this we will start with why somebody should choose CAIA. Okay, like I already mentioned, it's a globally recognized certification. It adds a huge value in terms of the credibility. Okay, in terms of the credibility for the in the industry. If you want to enter into, say, the private equity industry or hedge fund industry, real estate, there are a lot of real estate funds also. Okay, then it brings you into the network of alumni who are especially knowledgeable into this area. Okay, so that's why CAIA can open up doors for those niche areas, niche roles, which normally any other certification would not help you. Okay, it's a very specialized expertise which a lot of people in the industry do not have it. So you can create a niche knowledge into the markets and also it will open up a lot of opportunity for you to go global. Why? Because a lot of these funds, the alternative investment funds, are located in Dubai, in US and Europe. So over there, if you want to go and work and play at a very, very big stage, then CAIA can help you and propel you to that global career. Okay, so friends, over here I am going to take a pause and ask you, if you have any query, you can put it on the comment section and I will address the query that you have personally. Okay, let us move forward towards the next learning objective. How can you actually become a CAIA certified professional? Okay, so for completing that, there are two levels like I mentioned. So first you need to register with the CAIA on their portal. Okay, they will provide you with the study materials and all. Okay, once you do the registration, you will do the registration for level 1 exam. Okay, so you will prepare through their materials, you will prepare, do the question bank solving preparation and everything. You will clear CAIA level 1 exam. Okay, the exam is conducted in March and September. Okay, once you're done with level 1, you have to start preparing for your level 2 exam. Okay, exam again is in March and September. Okay, you have to complete the CAIA level 2 and then submit your professional experience. Okay, the professional experience requirement, which is recommended by the CAIA association. And once you complete all the requirement, you pay the membership fee, you get the CAIA charter. Okay, that's a very, very minimal requirement that you need to become a CAIA charter holder. Okay, so this is the broader view of what should be the pathway for you. Further, what exactly is the exam fees? What is the structure? Is there a deferral policy? Everything is covered in the next few slides. Okay, I'm going to take a pause also over here. If you have any inhibitions, if you have any query that what is stopping you from going towards any certification, okay, any global certification like this, put it on the comment section and I will address it personally. Okay, so let us go to the CAIA exam registration. Now the details that you see on the screen is for the March 2026 exam. Okay, the early bird registration will open up on October 13th and they will be there till your December 8th, and then from that point in time the standard registration will open up and that will be there till the Feb 2nd, and the exam window is between March 2nd to 13th. Okay, right now the locations are all the major metros in India. Okay, so that is the location for the exam. What is the structure of the level 1 exam? Okay, 1 second. Yeah, so it's a 200 multiple choice questions. Okay, then you have around 4 hours to be given for the exam, and the structure is slightly different. What they are doing is they are giving you 100 questions, okay, and 2 hours to solve first, which will be from almost all the chapters, and then there will be an optional 30-minute break, and then again a 2-hour exam in which you will have to complete total 100 questions. So overall you are going to solve 200 questions in 4 hours. Okay, so 200 questions in 4 hours, so remember that. Okay, and currently the deferral and postponement is not allowed. Okay, if there is very, very specific case and you have the documentation, for example there is a medical reason, then only they allow. Okay, but there is to be proper documentation which they will verify, and then only they will allow you for a deferral. Okay, so this is the overall exam window for the next upcoming March 2026 attempt. Okay, let us go to the fee structure. Now for like any other global exam, they also charge a one-time enrollment fee. Okay, so if you're going and doing the exam for the first time, okay, so I'm going for the level 1 exam, so there will be an enrollment fee, then there will be an exam sitting fee. So obviously early bird fee is slightly lower. Okay, so if you're registering in the early bird period, the overall fees for level 1 will be 1395 plus there will be GST for Indian students. So remember that. So it will add up to 18% more, and then the overall cost will come to that exam. Okay, next is level 2. Now once you're a level 1 candidate, you do not have to pay the enrollment fee. You'll just pay the exam fee and plus GST. That is going to be the overall cost. Now the next part, which is this. Okay, this is slightly different because this is explicitly for CFA charter holders. Okay, so if you're already a CFA charter holder, which a lot of my students are, they can directly go and give the level 2 exam. So level 1 is kind of exempt. Okay, so you're going to still pay the registration fee and the exam fee, but you do not have to sit for level 1 exam. Okay, You do not have to sit for this. Is very, very interesting because this is called as CFA stack program. Okay, this is currently applicable. Okay, if you have completed your charter for CFA and you wish to apply for CAIA exam, you'll directly go for the CAIA level 2 exam. Okay, now if suppose I am a student, I have given the level 1 exam, I could not clear, I want to reappear for the exam, then the fees is slightly lower for you. Okay, so this is the overall fee structure. Okay, please remember the GST point, which a lot of students miss. Okay, so 18% additional GST is the cost. Next, I'm going to move towards the exam format. Now, over here, I'll talk about level 1 and level 2 slightly in detail. When we talk about level 1, okay, these are the subjects that you see. Okay, these are the broader subjects. Now, what they've done is they look at the professional standards and ethics. Okay, this is where they will test you on, because you're actually going to manage people's money. It's an investment management role where you are doing the investment management for people's investing into the alternative space. So over here they are first explaining you what is the ethical behavior that you have to follow. Okay, so ethics is important part, same way you have in CFA. Okay, then there are a lot of subjects on the basic introduction of what is the asset, what are the unique feature about the asset. So it covers a very big chunk of the exam. Then what they've done is they have bifurcated each asset class within the alternative space. So real asset is different, which includes your real estate. Then there is private equity, private debt, hedge fund. So all of them, they cover good amount of portion, okay, for your exam. So if you take a rough idea, it takes around 40 to 50% of your curriculum. And then lastly, these 2 points are new addition, okay, which are there, which is a small portion that is being covering over here in the exam. Okay, but the major chunk of the chapter is in the alternative investment, introduction to alternative investment. Then you have private equity, and then you have hedge funds, and then private debt. So majority of the content is over here. Okay, now this is for level 1. Now level 2, I'm just going to give you a brief about it. Okay, obviously we'll keep our second video for level 2 also. Okay, now over here, when we talk about CAIA level 2, okay, what they're doing is whatever concepts they're building in level 1, they've taught you in level 1. Now you're actually going to look at the portfolio level. So suppose you are a manager, a hedge fund manager, and you're now going to take decision where my money should get invested. So they are talking about the methods and the model that are being used. If you are an institutional asset owner, if I am suppose a private equity fund, if I am a insurance company which has huge pool of money and asset, how should I manage my money? Okay, what is the aspect of risk management? How do I look at alternative investment markets? What different markets are available for me? And most importantly, how do I do the due diligence? Okay, how do I check if I have a manager and I am a company and I have 5-6 managers who are operating within me, looking at different types of fund? How do I make sure that these managers are performing properly? Further, they are also touching upon what are the new topics, new areas that are coming in. But when you look at the exam structure, that is slightly different because they are giving you multiple choice plus constructed. That means it's kind of an essay. You'll have to answer. Okay, and they're not doing that. Okay, only few sections will have the constructed response. It is actually covering the entire curriculum. Okay, but overall, what they are saying is 70% of the exam is going to be on multiple choice basis, and the 30% will be broadly in the constructed choice. Okay, so what they are doing is they're giving you 120 minutes in the first to solve all the multiple choice question, which covers the 70% exam weightage. Then there's going to be an optional break, and then 120, and then constructed response, and then 30%. Overall, you're going to cover the 100% of the exam. Now, again, I'm taking a pause. Okay, if you have any query with respect to the structure, whether you have any query that what is going to be your career opportunity, what is going to be everything, please put it on the chat section. I'll address it personally. Okay, and also what is stopping you from doing a global financial course? Okay, so that is the idea. Let us move forward towards the next section, past result. Now I have been able to find only result in 2020. Okay, now if you look at the overall trend, okay, the past percentage has been close to 50 to 55%, and if you look at level 2, it has been very good. So what generally they are doing is, if you look at FRM CFA, the past percentage is around 45%. Over here it is slightly much better. Okay, and for level 2 it is very good because going to 60, 70, 65%, it's a very good number. Okay, so historically this has been the overall pass percentage. What are the requirements that you need to follow to become a CFA CAIA charter holder? Okay, you need to pass both the levels. You need to have either a bachelor's degree with 1 year of experience, or if you do not have a bachelor's degree but you have 4 years of relevant experience. See the word relevant. If you are working into a private equity fund, hedge fund, real estate fund, commodities area, alternative investment fund, then that experience will also work. Okay, you need to agree to the members agreement. You need to get 2 professional references. This is nothing very difficult. If you know in the industry people who are working, and you can take their references and you can submit it to the association. Okay, over here $350 is the annual fee that you have to pay to maintain the association's membership, because the association do a lot of activity, okay, on ground. They have meetings, they have a chapter, so they do a lot of knowledge sharing sessions, so you become a part of that by default. Okay, so you have to maintain that active membership across. Next is career opportunities with CAIA, and I know a lot of students have this very basic career that, okay, I'm into, say, bank, I'm into investment bank, I have interest into the hedge fund, I have interest into the private equity area, but what exactly, whether I will be able to move or not. So over here I'm just going to give you which are the companies who are operating, where you can actually move once you complete the CAIA certification. Okay, so these are the few career opportunities that I have found in the market. Okay, the alternative analyst space, okay, investment strategies specifically focusing on the alternative side. Then there are the hedge fund analysts, private equity analysts, portfolio manager, okay, risk manager, working with, say, a institutional investor, private equity venture analyst or associate. And now the new area that is coming up is the ESG impact analyst. They are also thinking, because if suppose I'm a big company like LIC and I'm going to invest huge amount of money into real estate or some other structured product, I have to look at what is going to be the ESG impact. Okay, so all of these broader roles are available, and which I found some opportunities which was there on LinkedIn. Okay, for example, with respect to private equity, with respect to family office, okay, investor relationship. Then there is wealth management. There also alternative investment is playing a big role. Then private market is also there. So huge opportunity in the in your business area. A lot of family offices are opening up in India and Dubai. So there also the opportunities will open up as an expert. Okay, where you can end up going and working. So a lot of big investment banks, they also have alternative investment side and desk. So you can work there, you can work with asset management companies, because now these asset management companies are also having their own alternative investment funds. Okay, so HDFC, ICICI, Axis, big global funds, also investment banks you can work with. Private equity funds, you must have heard about Everstone and Sequoia, very popular PE funds. Now PE funds are where you actually invest into companies which are well established, but there are venture capital funds also where operating in India, they actually take position into startups. So there also you can get opportunity after you complete the certification. Okay, some of the hedge funds, so Edelweiss also has an alternative space. Then there is Quant Mutual Fund, very popular in India. So there also you can get opportunity to perform and work. Okay, risk advisory, all the big fours, okay, all the big fours, the top advisories, risk and advisory firms. Not only these big four, there are other also, Grant Thornton, Protiviti in India, where you can get opportunity. There are also risk specific advisory companies also where you can get opportunity. Family offices, okay, so a lot of big companies who are managing wealth for startup founders or big entrepreneurs. Okay, all of this can give you an opportunity to work with. Okay, fintech companies like, for example, Zerodha, okay, Grow, okay, even in India a lot of alternative space related fintech platforms are opening up. Okay, so there also you can get an opportunity, work as an analyst or work into their core risk team, work into their core product team. Okay, now if you're going to start with us, okay, our batch is primarily starting from 11th of October, okay, and we will be able to complete the portion by first or second week maximum of Feb. We'll try to complete it before that itself. Okay, what should be your overall plan? So when you look at the CAIA level 1 exam. I'm only focusing on level 1. Okay, so there you have around 31 chapters. Okay, now what I suggest, what I tell people is that you should watch the video before the lecture starts. So when you come to the lecture, you've already seen the video, you're attending the lecture, it becomes very easy for you to grasp the thing, plus you know what is the concept that I'm supposed to ask, and it acts as a revision. And what you should do, so from October, okay, the day you join with us, the lecture starts from there till primarily Jan end, you should be completing all your videos, all the chapter wise questions, because we are going to give you the entire chapter wise questions plus reading of the material, okay, and attending the live lectures. Okay, you have to complete all of this one time properly by say Jan end or say Feb mid or say Feb first week. Okay, and once you're done with that, okay, then you have to start your revision. You have to do revision, solve the Fintelligent mock papers. Then the CAIA Institute also provide you with the official mocks, so you have to solve that mock also and do final prep, okay, final reading before you go to the exam. Okay, and the exam is in the month of March, so you'll have to solve minimum 2 to 3 mocks properly, do 2 times proper revision of the content, and then go for the exam. Okay, so from that perspective, this is just to give you a review. A lot of FAQs I'm going to address over here. What is the eligibility requirement for CAIA? So like I mentioned, you ideally need to have a bachelor's degree, and a bachelor's degree to start the preparation ideally. But what I've seen is you can basically give the exam even in your college. Okay, but once you apply for the charter, at that point in time, you need to have the bachelor's degree. Is CAIA exam difficult? No, because what I have seen while talking to a lot of people in the market and the industry who have cleared the exams, the basic thing is the exam is not very tough, but they ask very specific things from the curriculum. So you need to have thorough understanding of what is happening in the curriculum. They will not be very tricky in the exam. Okay, but if you know the stuff, you will be able to answer it faster. Okay, how much time dedication is required? So roughly what I recommend is around 200 to 300 hours of preparation. Okay, proper dedicated preparation for the level 1 exam. Can I prepare with full-time job? Yes, it is absolutely possible to go and prepare for the exam with the full-time opportunity. Okay, so definitely there's no specific requirement that you have to leave the job or you can only do it in college. No, a lot of people who go for the certification are working professional only. Is it very heavy on quant? No. So there are like around 4 or 5 chapters which has slight level of quant, okay, which where there is statistics, where there is derivatives, but apart from that, everywhere else it's formula. So if you know the formula, if you know the concept, you'll be able to pick it up. So it's not quant heavy. Okay, what is the primary difference between level 1 and level 2? Level 1 is very easy in terms of the content that you see. You see a lot of basics of private equity, hedge fund and all, but the moment you go into level 2, you have to start thinking like a fund manager. Okay, you have to start thinking like a risk manager. Okay, so your roles will change. Your mindset has to change because it is not touching upon the basic concepts. It is actually telling you what is the core level problems that you see in the market, and that is being tackled. And also you have the constructed response, which is making the exam slightly different than level 1. Okay, is work experience required to take the exam? No. Okay, you can sit the exam, but when you go for the charter, you need work experience. Okay, how should I prepare for CAIA exam? I've given you the entire 5-month plan. Okay, what should be your thought process? Okay, we also have a study planner which will attach with this content. Again, in 2026, the curriculum might change. The institute will come out with the information very soon. So if that changes, the pattern might slightly change. The preparation might slightly change. Okay, what is the average pass percentage for the exam? It is around for 50%, 50 to 55%. So it's a very, very good number. Now, the last question is very interesting. Is CAIA better than CFA for alternative? Yes, because it's a very dedicated course. It gives you so much in detail about the alternative space, which CFA is not, because in CFA there is only one subject on alternative. So if you are very clear that I want to get into alternative investment area, which is now growing in India, okay, then CAIA is very, very good. Okay. Few more things. Can we expect the course to get completed in 4 hours, 4 months? Yes, there are 32 chapters. Easily you can complete it in 4 months or 4 months, 1 or 2 weeks maximum. Okay. Apart from MCQ, will there be any essay based question? Yes, for level 2, but not for level 1. Okay, and it's not very difficult. The essay based questions are not very difficult. They will give you a case study. They will ask you to type and write. obviously you will get time to prepare and do that. You'll have to practice also, but that is the beauty, that the exam is testing you on multiple ways so that you are better prepared for real world. What is the key difference between the CAIA and CFA? CFA gives you a flavor of everything. It will teach you about equity, fixed income, derivative, alternate, ethics, accounting, economics, everything. But CAIA is very focused, very niche. Okay, so if you are very clear where you want to go in finance and that area is alternative, then you should go for it. But if you're very new and you're confused, then CFA could be a starting point. But CFA has a long-term commitment. Okay, because it's a 3-level exam, costly, more competition, more popular. Okay, so you should be aware of that also. How much time should I dedicate on a daily basis? What I generally recommend is around 1 to 2 hours on a daily basis. This is not an exam which will be only for the weekend preparation. So please do not think it like that. You have to prepare daily. Okay, what are the steps involved in the CAIA registration process? Okay, CAIA registration is very simple process. You have to go to the portal, give your details, register. You need to have an identification proof, primarily your passport, which you need while giving the exam. Okay, it's very simple process, not very much in detail. What are the career opportunities? I've explicitly covered in detail that how does what different types of roles are available. I've shared you the screenshot of the LinkedIn profile also, right? So that way you can get a better opportunity. Do we offer placement assistance? Yes, we do help students to get into the right role post they complete their certification, but right now it's at an initial stage. But yes, we do have placement assistance program. Next, why should you choose us? How we can help you? Okay, so we have full length proper question banks. We have exam oriented mock papers which we revise for next March. Also we're going to be revising that. We have video lectures covering all the chapters, plus we have live session also, which is going to start from 11th of October, so do not miss that. Okay, then we have chapter wise practice questions, so that is nothing but included in the 900 plus questions, summary PPTs for quick revision, and a proper study plan. What should be the order? How should you plan your exam preparation? Okay, we also have a dedicated Telegram group where you can ask your queries. Further, these are the few plans that we have. One is a basic plan, which is only with the question bank. Then you have the standard plan, which is opted by a lot of students, which is the video lectures plan. And then you have the professional, which is the live online plan. Okay, the details are here and also available on our website. Okay, so the batch is now starting out on 11th of October. Okay, admissions are open. People have already got the videos, they've started watching the videos, and now they're going to come to the lecture. So when they come to the lecture, they're better prepared. They've already seen the content once, plus they have the queries ready, okay, which they can ask to the faculty. Okay, so enroll now with us. You can reach us on the website, and also we will share you with the number which we can, where you can put out on our WhatsApp. Okay, few of the demo lectures are available here. Okay, the way we teach, what is the material that we use, so you can have a look at that. I also do a lot of exam based success story for your on my YouTube channels, which you can access that on our YouTube. There is a separate playlist talking about the success stories. Plus I've been doing a lot of podcasts with industry people, trying to understand what is the different roles that are available, what different opportunities are available, and most importantly, as a student, as a candidate, if I want to make a successful career in finance, what is the skill set that I need? Okay, so I've spoken to a lot of people, and the podcasts are available on our YouTube channel. You can definitely watch it and give us your feedback on that. Okay, and you can subscribe to our channel, because we come out with a lot of content on YouTube talking about these special global exams, global certification exams, so that anybody who's preparing, he can get good guidance, he can plan properly and prepare properly and try to clear the exam in the first attempt itself. Okay, so thank you very much everybody. In case you have a query, you can reach us on this WhatsApp number. We will address your queries. We'll also guide you for the preparation, and like I said, please put it on the comment section if you have any query related to the CAIA exam, and also if you have query with respect to the career on alternative space, if there is a fear that you have regarding any of the global exam, please put it on the comment section. I'll personally address. Okay, so with this, we have completed the brief overview orientation of the exam. Okay, I've given you the plan, I've given you the chapter names. Okay, what should be your thought process? So let us start the journey, okay, for the live sessions for your upcoming March 2026 exam. So thank you again. Thank you very much for joining and becoming a part of this orientation.